name is Garrett Ash, an associate on our business development team.
And I'm Pete Franconi, SVP of Business Development.
Today we just want to chat about what we're seeing in the market at Fulcrum, and a question that I think is on every entrepreneur's mind: is it a good time to raise or not?
Yeah, so fair question. I'd say the short answer is yes. I think we're at an interesting time where there's a lot of capital that's been raised by funds. Everyone thinks it's been parked on the sidelines, but I think it's actually due to the fact that entrepreneurs haven't actively gone out and sought funding, as opposed to investors saying, I'm going to kind of sit on the sidelines and watch things play out. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree. There's almost a scarcity value that's now put on companies that do come out.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I mean, look, it's not the height of 2021 by any means, and relative to that, processes have lengthened. But for companies with all the right metrics, good, strong bookings momentum, good customer retention, unit economics, there's a market out there that's really favorable for entrepreneurs. I think they'd be pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, I'd say from our perspective, the first 2-3 quarters of the year, we've been in a handful of different processes, and there's always been a handful of investors at the table. So I think that's attractive for entrepreneurs to have multiple bids and have the opportunity to pick who they think is the right partner.
Yeah, I kind of touched on some of the metrics, at least from my perspective, that warrant investor interest. What about companies who don't have those metrics or are struggling to grow in this environment? What should they prioritize?
Yeah, well, I'd say the biggest thing is really capital efficiency, right? I'd say the days of growth at all costs have passed. And so I think entrepreneurs need to really take a hard look at where they're going to invest in their business and where it's going to drive the greatest ROI for them. Besides that, I will say that there are a whole handful of investors that are really underwriting more reasonable, realistic returns and aren't looking for 300-400% growth. And so I think while it might take longer, I think there's a lot of great partners out there, and it might just take a couple more conversations than it did in 2021.
Yeah, that's a great insight. And look, there's a silver lining to that, right? Sure, we get more time to evaluate a potential investment, but it's also more time for the entrepreneur to find a partner that they want to spend the next 3, 5, maybe 10 years with, right? One with the right experience and one that provides the right level of support.
Yeah, no, I think it's completely fair, and I think it makes sense to have these conversations, and you don't have to announce a formal raise. There's plenty of folks like us out there beating down your door and trying to have these conversations. So just asking for candid feedback, I think, is a good opportunity.
Yeah. Let me try to sum this up, and please fill any gaps if I gloss over something. It's not the market we were in, at least not in 2021, first half of 2022, but there is a market that would be pleasantly surprising for some entrepreneurs if they come out, and they should consider it.
Yeah, no, I think that's completely fair.
Okay. Well, I think that's a good place to end it.
Thanks.